So you want to breed roaches, huh? First, let me start this video off by saying I do not edit, so it's going to be straight through, no cuts. I'm not in business of editing or multimedia or any of that crap, so I only shoot from beginning to end. So if it gets long or if I stutter or any of that, please bear with me. I'm not the greatest on camera. I've been meaning to make this video for a couple weeks now. Tell you what, there's a lot of scamming going on these days. There's a lot of bull crap happening. So I just want to go over a few points that I think are really important. When I started breeding roaches, tell you what, it was about 4 years ago. I bought one colony. It was in a 27-gallon tote, and the guy had been breeding them for about 2 years. And I can't remember. There was somewhere between probably 10 and 15,000 total roaches in that bin. I did screw up at the time. I was breeding rats, like I still am now. But I immediately, as soon as I got that colony, I shook it down, broke it into 4 colonies. I had maybe 3,000 or 4,000 breeders, and I immediately started selling. Since then, I have been out, I have been short, I've been overselling, and I really wish I would have just bred them straight for a good year before I started selling. But at the time, you know, I was, like I said, I was already breeding rats and mice and African soft furs. And, you know, I decided to get into the insects at that time because I got a good deal on a colony. Like I said, I just wish I didn't jump right into selling them. Now, there was only about 3 or 4 companies that sold Dubia Roaches. And I mean, that was in 2016. That's all I could find on the research that I did. Now, over the last 2 years, everybody and their brother wants to breed and sell roaches. It is good money. A lot of people are going about it all wrong, though. So I want to give a couple pointers on, you know, if you want to breed them to make money, first off, don't start selling them before you produce any. Now, I know one particular person, you know, they might have had 200 breeders, haven't even produced a single roach yet, but they're buying them and selling them. And they, you know, that's what brings you money, that's cool. But you're gonna have a headache. You know, if you buy 10,000 roaches, you get a good deal on them, and you sell them, the profit margin is so small, all you're doing is juggling roaches for a couple pennies here and there. Best thing you can do is hold on to them, let them breed, let them produce, and then you can sell them. Another thing, don't sell them before you have them. You know, one of the posts I saw this morning, someone bought some larges like 3 weeks ago and they haven't received them yet, and the seller is being real ignorant about it. From the looks of it, you don't even have the roaches to sell. You know, don't post inventory. You know, don't make roaches available that you don't have yet. You gotta have them before you sell them. One important thing I can tell you, and this is in going off of the snake hobby first, because that's what started this for me. I started with ball pythons. I wanted to be a ball python breeder. I jumped in head first, just like thousands of other people. But yeah, your what's the word I'm looking for? Integrity means a lot in this hobby. You know, you screw one person over, everybody's going to know about you. You got to have integrity. You have to treat your customers right. You got to treat them with respect, and you got to be honest. You know, there's in this roach breeding group I'm in on Facebook. You know, I'll tell you one guy in particular. He don't produce any roaches or very little roaches. All he does is buy and sell, and he wanted to buy some off of me. Mind you, that was a few months ago. I don't know if it was before or after COVID, but I don't sell large quantities wholesale. I don't do no wholesale on Dubias. And that's because so many people need them and can't find them. Personally, I'd rather my customers have the roaches they need to feed their animals instead of selling it to someone to just make money. I'd rather, people get their animals fed at a good price, so lower prices and making sure my customers get what they want is important to me. If you're in it just for the money, I don't think you're gonna do good, but this guy, he wanted, I think it was mediums or small mediums, and he wanted a couple thousand. And I, at the time I had him, I'd give him a price, and he wasn't okay with it. He tried talking me down. But this ain't Walmart. I have my prices. We have a business, our website. I'm sorry, you don't like my prices, you're going to have to go somewhere else. Which is ironic because our prices are lower than, 95% of other companies out there. But another thing is, with integrity, be honest with your customers. Don't have a quick temper. One guy in particular, because I also buy roaches, we produce probably right around 50,000 roaches a month, which isn't very many. It might sound like a lot, but it's not. And then we buy probably over 50,000 a month. Some of them are holdbacks for future breeding, and a lot of them just go right back out the door. Now, someone made a post that they purchased, it was like 4,000 or 5,000 roaches off of this guy, and she did a good guy report on the seller. So I messaged the seller, and I'm like, I see you sell roaches, I'd like to buy some, can you give me some prices? And the guy said, yeah, I'll be doing a sort tonight, I'll let you know. I said, all right, no problem. And then he comes back, or no, he didn't message me at all. I think it was the next day I messaged him, and hey bud, just checking if you if you got around to sorting your colony or what's available. And he comes back with his prices on quantities of 25, 50, 100, or 200, and no more than that. Said, I'm just a small family breeder, I don't have that many. And it's like, you just sold 4,000 to somebody. I was asking for, I think it was 10,000 smalls or more. You said you had them, and then you come back and say, you only sell 200 at a time. To me, I think you found out that I'm a breeder, and he didn't want to sell to another breeder, which is understandable, but why lie about it? If you lie, you're giving yourself a bad reputation. And in all honesty, people like that, if I had bad situations with them, I won't do business with them no more. I don't care if I start producing 10 million roaches a month, and that guy wants to buy 20,000 at a time and pay full retail, I'm not going to do business with him because, he lied to me. He was an ass about it, and, and that's happened a few different times. Guy was quick-tempered. I saw recently the same guy created a Facebook page or a website, copied another roach website, and made it his own, so that he was more or less stealing another guy's business. That's grimy. That will spread like wildfire, and nobody will want to do business with you if you're cut like that. If you have to lie, cheat, and steal to be in business in this hobby, you might as well throw in the towel and quit, because no one's going to come back to you. Now, it could go both ways, with the integrity thing. As an example, 4 years ago when I started selling on eBay, everybody that bought from me, any issue that they had, even if it wasn't my fault, I would refund them or send them another package. I didn't put much thought into it because I care about customer service. If someone was unhappy, say it was 100 degrees where they live, and they didn't have it held at their post office, and they left them sit out on their porch for 5 hours and they all died, I would still send them a new package because I was building my clientele. I was building my business, and I want to do it honestly, and I want my customers to be happy no matter what. So I've lost money. I've sent roaches that didn't have to send in the past. Nowadays I'm a little more cautious because there are a lot of scammers going around. There are people that'll get their roaches and say they're all dead without sending pictures because they want free roaches. Nowadays I have to say, hey, I need pictures. I need them within an hour of delivery. You got to prove to me that there was an issue, and I'm more than happy to help you with that issue. But you have to be willing to help with the issue. You can't just say, I got my money, you got your roaches, whether they're alive or dead, I'm not going to help you out. Your integrity is going to spread like wildfire, whether for the good or whether for the bad. You have to make sure your customers are happy. They need to know what they are getting. They need to know the price, the shipping, when they're going to be there. They need to know all of that. Now we ship 6 days a week, year round, ship 6 days a week. So if you order from me tonight at 10 p.m., that order's going out tomorrow morning. If you order tomorrow morning before like 8 a.m., they're going out tomorrow morning because I want to get them out there as soon as possible. We package and ship roaches once a day. Some people only ship on Tuesdays or Mondays or Monday through Wednesday, and that's their prerogative. If they only want to ship a couple days a week to keep overhead low and to keep time low and manageable, that's fine. If you're selling roaches, you need to, you could choose your own shipping policy and refund and return policy. You can choose all of that, but do it in a way that the customer is going to be happy about it. If I order bugs on Tuesday and they don't ship till the following Monday, 6 days later, I'm not getting them for 8 or 9 days. A lot of times people don't order roaches until they're getting low or until they run out, which is not good for them. They should pre-order and make sure they have them when they need them, but that's not always the case. Sometimes they got to wait for their paycheck or whatever. Just do it in such a way that the customer is going to be happy. Understandably, don't refund every package without checking to make sure that it's a legit problem or that they're scamming you or just trying to get their money back for free roaches. But you got to keep the customer happy. In this day and age, there's hundreds of people that want to breed and sell roaches. Most of the roaches that are being sold are from one breeder to a new breeder, and they're just flipping them and selling them. They're not producing any of their own, or they're not producing big numbers. And I mean, there's people taking money and running away or hiding their Facebook, deleting their name, all that crap. You got to keep your integrity strong, and you gotta be a solid individual. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I smoke. By the way, I normally wouldn't shoot a video about roaches in my rat barn, but it's hot outside today, and I got 2 air conditioners running in here, so it's a lot better than out there. Now, there's a couple other things I wanted to say if I could remember. Yeah, just, you got to treat people with respect. If your personal Facebook is attached to your business and you're MFing people and posting a lot of political stuff and singling out or what's the word I'm looking for? If you're if you're racist or if you hate gay people or something like that, you're killing. Not only are you a piece of crap for hating people, but you're killing half of your customer base. There's people of all walks of life that breed and sell reptiles or that have pet reptiles. you can't single out a whole group of people because you don't like them. You have to have an open mind and treat everybody with respect, and not bicker so much, and not spread negativity and all that stuff. But on the flip side, if you have integrity and you treat people with respect and you're honest with them, if someone wants 10,000 roaches and they just want to flip them and sell them, be honest. Say, I don't have that many, or I don't sell wholesale. I don't sell to breeders. There's no sense making up some lame excuse that you only sell 200 at a time when you just sold someone 4,000 the day before. And don't sell roaches you don't have. You gotta, if someone wants 1,000, just say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't have that quantity at this time. People will understand, and if they don't, it's on them. You will do so much better if you treat people with respect. If you're honest with them, they're going to come back. Even if they have to go and get that 1,000 from someone else, but you were good to them in the past, when they need them again or when they run out, they're going to come back and check up on you. If you treat them right, they're going to come back and say, hey, how you doing now? Do you have enough? Where if you lied to them and you treat them wrong, they're going to go somewhere else, and they're not going to come back. And when you are good to them, not only are they coming back, they're going to tell their friends. They're going to make a good guy report. They're going to tell everybody on Facebook, hey, this is the go-to guy. He's awesome, quick shipping, extra roaches. He treated me fantastic. You gotta be good to people, and they're going to be good to you. So that's my 2 cents on it. You see all the scamming and the bickering and the fake websites going on. Do better. We all got to do better, but do better, and you're going to receive better. With that, I'm out. Adios.